Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Mr. Olisa Ifejika is former Chief Press Secretary to Governor Okowa, is now Executive Assistant on Public Enlightenment to Governor Oborowori. Thank you for joining us on the program this evening. Let's begin with what the motivations were behind this particular defection. The Delta State Commissioner for Information likened the PDP to palm wine whose taste has changed. But what exactly made the PDP unpalatable for the governor, the former governor, and the rest of you?
Well, thank you very much, my brother. I guess you know that since inception of PDP, it has had a stronghold in Delta State. In other words, we pride ourselves by saying that Delta State is synonymous with PDP. It's a stronghold of PDP, and successful administrations in Delta State had done very, very well, contributing to the height PDP had attained, not just in the state, but in the country. And we've watched PDP in recent times seeing some kind of drift from what it used to be, embarrassingly, as it were. And much as we know that we can hold PDP in Delta as a family, because it has come to be like that, PDP in Delta is one family, one big family. In other words, even where we've decided to remain in PDP or go to another party, it will still be one family. But what informed the decision of moving first is that the party seems to have drifted so dangerously apart that there seems not to be any hope of getting it back together. And because we want the family to remain in Delta, we needed to move as one family to another place where we think will be well consolidated and do those things we used to do by winning our elections and remaining the family we are in Delta State. We found that PDP, even where we stay as a party, as a family in the state, we may not possibly be in tandem with the party, with the relationship at the center. That in summary, that was what informed me that the PDP at national level seems to be a sinking boat. I don't want to be in that boat till it's entirely capsized. So that's the information that made us move.
But the governor denied defection rumors just last week, calling Senator Ned Nwoko's claims laughable. I'm wondering what changed in such a short time to make this mass defection inevitable. Well, we have to work on that connection with Mr. Ifejika as we continue this conversation to identify precisely Mr. Ifejika, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I was saying that
we'll keep working on that connection. Hopefully, we can get to have a stable conversation with the assistant to the Delta State governor as we explore into details precisely what happened earlier today. Well, Mr. Governor himself said that he will be speaking to the public on Monday with some clarity as to what informed the decision to leave the PDP. Bear in mind that Delta has traditionally been with the People's Democratic Party since 1999. Mr. Ifejika, I was asking that just last week, Mr. Governor denied the rumors that he was changing parties. I mean, it was Senator Ned Nwoko who made the claim that he was frantically trying to join the APC. What happened in such a short time?
Yes, I was trying to tell you that what you considered denial was so because it was said that the governor as a person planned defecting to the APC. And that was why he said what Ned said was laughable. Ned moved as a member of PDP to the APC. But the governor, because PDP is one big family in Delta State, working together with everybody, the governor needed to consult, and the consultation has been on. It's been on. It was on up till yesterday and today, where everybody came together as the family that PDP is in Delta State. And when everybody agreed, the governor, the immediate past governor, who was the vice presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 general elections, and all every other person, the BOT members, National Assembly members, State Assembly members, all commissioners, everybody who is a stakeholder in the PDP was consulted, and all of us came together as the family we have always been to agree to move. That was what governor said then. I wasn't moving anywhere because he felt he didn't have to move alone. If we had to move, we'll move as a family, and that was what happened today.
What happens now to the PDP?
Want to move alone, perhaps
what happens to the PDP in Delta? Because this isn't just about the governor. You talked about a full structural collapse of the PDP in Delta, including
from today become a member of the APC.
Exactly. So who is left within the PDP?
Family move. It's like nobody's left. Nobody's left except those. Except some other person want to reorganize PDP in Delta and begin to recruit members. But as of today, whoever was a PDP member is now APC member. We've all moved. We moved en masse to the APC because it was a consensus. We sat together as stakeholders, everybody, the governor, the immediate past governor, who was our vice presidential candidate 2023 presidential elections, National Assembly members, both serving and former, State Assembly members, serving and former, all commissioners. Everybody came together today and we agreed that what is happening at national level of PDP is something that is not fine for us anymore. Hence, the mass movement, as you call it.
But Mr. Fejika, there's fire on the mountain, because what plays out now in the APC with what seems a multiplicity of interests. The former governor's daughter was the first to move to APC, followed by Senator Ned Nwoko. Senator Ned Nwoko was categorical about the fact that it was his difference with the state governor that moved into the APC. His interest in Anioma State, he mentioned that his vision had clashed with the state governor. So what happens if it seems that the governor is moving to the same party where all his political enemies already reside?
Well, you must know that in politics, there is no permanent friend or permanent enemy. It's permanent interest. So Teke Ibori Sueno, the daughter of Chief James Ibori, is in PDP, is in APC, left PDP like Ned Nwoko did recently. Well, call them foreigners who went ahead, and they are there, but they are just there as individuals. We don't know what stake they hold there. But we are moving now as a family of PDP, big family. I'm sure that ours is in reckoning that these people have come as a family into the APC. We don't know whether they are moved individually earlier. We were going there to meet them, but as the time goes on, we will know who will make impact in APC.
You make it sound very...
I can tell you that the way it is...
You make it sound very...
Go ahead.
You make it sound very simple. The APC itself previously dismissed Governor Obuweri's rumored defection, categorically calling it, saying that their party is not a rehabilitation camp for failed politicians. So how did your negotiations overcome such hostility overnight?
No. It is politics. And you find that the same day, the APC people in Delta, I don't want to take it outside the state, the member representing Kingdom, Ugoli constituency in the House of Reps, came out openly to say, even that itself in Delta State does not have a candidate that can match Oborowori. And he asked them to please adopt Governor Sheriff Oborowori as himself in the election, sole candidate. In other words, they have so much confidence in him
All right, we'll get back to that conversation, but let's hear exactly what the Commissioner for Information said earlier as regards the decision made today in Asaba after a 6-hour meeting amongst critical stakeholders within the PDP in that part of the country.
To further advance the cause of security and welfare of our people, and to a very large extent, ensure that development in Delta, because every politics is local, is not truncated. And in taking that decision, we came to the inevitable conclusion that moving out of the PDP is very, very necessary for us to be able to collaborate with our kith and kin and build that state that every Delta will be proud of. We believe that what is happening and the state of the PDP is akin to that palm wine whose tastes have changed, and there was a need for us to change the drinking pattern.
Aniago Charles, now Commissioner for Works in Delta State. We lost you for a minute, Mr. Ifejika, but I was asking, I'm just curious about, oh, beautiful. I'm just curious about, your confidence in the fact that APC will open its arm to receive all of you. What happens if Mr. Governor doesn't get the ticket in this new party?
APC's arms are already open. They've been waiting for this. It's like one opportunity they looked for, they longed for. They now have it now to have us there. Delta is a big state, it's an integral state, it's an important state in this country. Everybody wants Delta to be a member of his team. Now APC wanted to have Delta for whatever reason they had. But the mistake they started making initially was wanting the governor alone. The governor, in his political wisdom, knowing what it has been, he growing up as a politician in PDP, he knows that PDP in Delta is a family. There's no crack. All those persons, I don't want to talk about the persons that left earlier individually. They had reasons for leaving. But as a good politician, a team player, a leader for that matter, he felt, yes, there have been overtures that I should come over to APC for the good things I'm doing, come and do it as an APC state and all that. He said, no, I will come. If I have to come, I will talk to my people. And having sat down over some days, talked about it, brainstormed, you can see people, you can see everybody who came for the meeting, the final meeting today, where the final decision was reached. And we got convinced that, yes, the PDP at the national level has so much problem that appears intractable. And we decided as a family to move en masse. That's the icing on the cake. That's the premium that were brought to the APC, that were coming as one big family to swell the ranks of APC and make APC more formidable and give them the winning magic that we've always had in Delta State.
The Commissioner for Works earlier mentioned, talked about adjusting drinking patterns for development. What specific benefits do you think the APC now offer in Delta? Are we looking at federal projects, alignment with the president? Precisely, what's the offer from the ruling party?
You recall the president of the country today, our president today, Ahmed Tinubu, during the leadership, the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo in this country, he was in the opposition. And he, as a governor, knew what he suffered from the center just because his political party wasn't part of the ruling party at the center. And we all know what it takes. I don't have to go through all of that. So that was what Charles Aniago was referring to, that if the wine we were drinking was fine, you know, when you drink a sweet wine, you even on your face, people will know that you're drinking something sweet. And if it begins to go sour, you change your pattern of drinking if you still want to drink it at all. If you still want to drink it at all, but it has come to the point where that wine called PDP that we're drinking before, and at some point, you now find that at Delta level, we're struggling with our resources alone to do things by way of development. But now that we have moved to APC, I'm sure that the gains will be more, and Delta will begin to feel it development-wise to show. That was what Charles meant by saying that we're going to adjust the way we're not drinking wine to bring more development to our people.
Let's talk about Chief James Ibori and where he stands in all of this, because it appears his name is absent from the defection announcement and perhaps suggesting lingering political rivalries.
No. You've been around, and for Chief James Ibori, a respected leader in this state, respected member of the party who was part of the beginning, the process in the beginning. He helped in midwifing the party in this state. At some point, like you alluded, that there was some rift. It is still there, but for now we cannot say he's still a member of the PDP or he's in APC. He has not taken a particular stand where he belongs party-wise there. So we are watching. The meeting was called for every stakeholder to come for the meetings. Meetings have been on for days. He didn't come. But as far as we are concerned, members of PDP in the state have moved to APC. If he's still a member, if he was a member of PDP till this afternoon, it means he has joined those who moved to APC. If he went to APC ahead, we are joining him in APC. There's no problem at all.
We're waiting for a formal declaration on Monday.
I must tell you that.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, on Monday, the declaration on Monday.
Yes, I'm asking. I was going to ask that. I was going to ask if Nigerians are in for more surprises with the formal declaration on Monday.
Maybe, but for now, this is what you know. This is what we have. Maybe on Monday, you may just see more. You may just see more. Some other person who were not there today may just come on Monday to say, well, it happened while I was not there. I am here now. But what is news today is that PDP in Delta State, led by the governor, immediate past governor, who was PDP's vice presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, we have all moved as one family that we have always been. And that is the good thing about it. We are coming together as the formidable force we have always been. And those gaining that is APC.
Good place to live it.
APC has gained.
Good place to live it, Mr. Ifejika, former Chief Press Secretary to Governor Okowa, now Executive Assistant on Public Enlightenment to Governor Oborowere. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Interesting days ahead for the PDP in Delta as well.
Thank you, my brother, for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. We continue to wait to get reactions from the PDP as well as the former PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar as regards this one. I'll leave you with an interesting comment that I had with the with the Chief of Staff to Ned Nwoko when he was on the show 2 months ago on the defection of his principal. You can watch it again at 6 a.m. tomorrow and at midnight. See you again tomorrow. We probably will find some other time to continue this conversation. You mentioned earlier that 3 senators equal to a governor. You know, worst case scenario, the governor himself would decamp to APC, and that changes everything, because APC will say now that we have Mr. Governor in APC,
APC is large enough.
He probably carries more weight than 3 senators put together.